Hey, look who's here. Hey, me Matt.
Hey, me Matt here.
Hey, me Matt here.
Hey, me Matt here.
Hey, me Matt here. Hey, me Matt here. Hey, me Matt.
Hey, me Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle. And this is actually going to be on my show. Because yesterday we talked about the Jeddah Saudi Arabia Super Show.
Yes.
And we're not really going to go by list, we're just going to go and talk about it randomly. Because I missed half of it. And I know you missed half of it, so. Yeah, jeez. Well, I'll talk about the obvious after, I guess. Anyways, what was the first match?
The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
First match of the night was the Universal Championship match between Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin. And, this was a really good match. The way they had Baron Corbin really being a heel and constantly screaming at the referee, do your job, that was a free, and all this other stuff was really well done. And then you have the referee, John Cone, kind of get pissed off and start screaming at Corbin. Rollins gets the win in a fairly decent match. But then you have Brock Lesnar come out. He's got Paul Heyman with him. Paul Heyman's got the briefcase. There's a referee following them. Brock's got a steel chair in his hand. They go stool into the ring in a fairly long entranceway because there's in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and they're at the King Abdullah Sports City complex. And so they had a really long entranceway. So they get to the ring, go up the steps. Brock gets in the ring. Heyman goes to get in the ring behind him, ends up going topsy-turvy. And Brock's looking at him like, what the hell are you doing? What you friggin' tripping the ring, seriously?
Yeah.
And then Brock gets low-blowed by Rollins, and then Rollins goes beast hunting with a steel chair.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Waylaying the hell out of Brock, and then stomped him, gave him the stomp on the briefcase, and it's like, okay, Brock didn't successfully cash in. That's fine. You have Seth Rollins go over on Baron Corbin, the right thing to do. The whole thing with Paul Heyman tripping when he got into the ring is like, okay, if you are fairly inexperienced performer, wrestler, and it's your first time getting into the ring, sure, you're gonna stumble, you're gonna trip, you're gonna stumble, you're gonna lose your balance, whatever. But I mean, it's like, Heyman, you've been doing this for fucking at least 20 years, maybe more.
Yeah, for sure.
What the hell are you doing tripping, getting into the ring? The other side of that coin is, when you watch it back on the replay, you can clearly see, plain as day, plain as the nose in your face, as the old saying goes, he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
It was completely on purpose.
And that's the whole thing about this show, is there's a bunch of botches that happen. And we'll get into that. But, yeah, I was like, really? Now, I really enjoyed Seth beating the fuck out of Brock.
Yeah.
That was the best. Obviously, we didn't get to see a match or Brock cash in.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping and praying that they wouldn't have Brock cash in on Kofi, which
They didn't.
No, they didn't. I mean, you look at this match and it was like, it was alright.
Yeah.
You know, I think that, you know, Dolph being back in the ring for a while and just fucking, I don't know, it was weird because here's a guy that fucking needed a championship run
Yeah.
for the WWE title and he's already had a bunch.
Yeah.
So it was weird, but yeah, I mean, Kofi winning is, well, it's pretty cool. I
Oh,
think,
yeah, for
and,
sure.
And he still needs it. I want to see where this goes. I want them to continue to, at least, next pay-per-view.
Yeah. For
Stomping
sure.
ground.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I will say though is, okay, you have Paul Heyman tripping and getting in the ring, and you know, it was like, oh, getting in the ring, and friggin' distracted Brock, and then Brock got low blowed by Seth, and Seth went to town on Brock with a steel chair, and you know, stomped him onto the briefcase. That was amazing, which it was. But if you're going to purposely trip yourself getting in the ring, and they're gonna say, oh, you did, whatever, you know, it was an accident, whatever. Like, you really only could tell that it was, like, it came off like an accident, but when you see it on the replay, you could tell it was kind of on purpose. But if you're gonna go that route, try to make it look like you're accidentally tripping getting in the ring, or tripping getting in the ring. Don't make it so blatantly obvious.
Yeah. So there's those matches. You know, and then of course you have, shit, I'm trying to think about what else they had.
Had
Oh, Lars Sullivan versus the Lucha House Party.
yeah, that man. Like, it seemed like the Lucha House Party was gonna trade off with Sullivan, and Sullivan, like, they were gonna try and get the upper hand on Sullivan. Sullivan was gonna beat up them individually and then more than likely just destroy them and get the win.
Yeah.
It ended up being basically a 3-on-1 beatdown, disqualification. Lars beats them up afterwards, and that was it.
Yeah, so,
And like, fuck, I didn't even see the match, and I had a pretty good memory considering that was, well, never mind.
yeah, very fucking lame. And I mean, it's in Jeddah, so I don't care. But you have, see, this is the thing too. I'm trying to fucking figure that out. I just saw the damn thing. I was only looking forward to one match.
Yeah.
So I can't think about, like, the Battle Royal, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mansoor won the Battle Royal.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, I guess we ran out of film. So, there it is. You got some of these matches out of the way. Trying to think about what else they had. See, that's the thing, you know. I was in it, but I can't really think of... Because, once again, Sami Zayn couldn't be there. Ricochet, I don't even know if he was in the Battle Royal.
I believe he was, yeah.
Right, so... Well, alright, let's...
They also had the Demon, Finn Balor,
Oh, yeah,
against Andrade,
right,
and Balor ended up getting the victory.
of course.
And they also had Kofi Kingston defending the WWE Championship against Dolph.
Mm.
Kofi got the win. Right move. Made sense. Have Roman Reigns against Shane McMahon. And
Oh, yeah.
Shane ended up getting the win on that one, which is kind of dumb.
That was bullshit. And you know, I thought that the steel cage match couldn't get any lower. Really? You have fucking Drew Galloway do the Claymore kick and that gets Shane to win?
What?
Really? You know, and this is why the company is fucking going down a shitter, Vince. Like, you're fucking stupid. Like, you don't get it. If that's not signs of fucking...
Your company's heading down the toilet, I don't know what is.
Yeah, or protecting your kids. Like, I don't understand this.
I know.
Why couldn't fucking...
Roman go over.
Exactly.
And you know, there was, I guess, something on one of the YouTube wrestling channels, Cultaholic, What Culture, WrestleMania, whichever, saying that Vince is pissed off with the company. Well, if you're the one that's fucking pissed off with the company, and you're the one that's in charge, here's an idea, start making some fucking changes! You're the goddamn chairman and fucking CEO! Do something!
You go into a fucking country. You're in a country that doesn't allow women, unless they're fully clothed or fucking whatever, that has murder rates like you can't fucking believe, and you allow your wrestlers to go there. For whatever reason.
And yet you won't allow a certain wrestler into the country because of a tattoo on his back. And you won't let another wrestler in because he's half fucking Arabic. Hello? Your population speaks Arabic.
Let's fucking think about this too.
Unless Sami Zayn's fucking Jewish. But I mean, hello? Paul Heyman was in Jeddah and he's Jewish. He's made that abundantly clear. He's a fucking New York Jew.
Oh, I know. But let's talk about your women. You got this whole fucking women's evolution thing going on, and you can't go to a country where it's like women are basically property, which I think is bullshit.
Yeah, that's not a fucking relationship. That's a slave.
So that fucks up. You ruin everything by that. You take that into consideration. You look at the company that is gonna basically run your fucking company.
I know. It makes no sense. Now, don't get me wrong. This show, earlier this afternoon, and the two previous shows they've had in Saudi Arabia, I'm sure have been mass successes, you know, bring in lots of money, the whole 9 yards, whole kit and caboodle. But there's still nuances of things where your company is gravely failing and you're not doing anything about it. And if Vince McMahon is so goddamn pissed off about things that have gone wrong, change them. You're the one that's responsible for it, and you're the one that can be responsible for changing it. So do it. Don't whine about it and do something about it. We know you're fucking almost 75 years old, but if you're still in touch with reality, make something about it and do something about it. For fuck's sakes, you lame-o.
Couldn't say it better myself. You know, it's like, I don't get it anymore. Like, people just don't want to fucking try anymore. And the fact of the matter is the WWE, the company that I fight for every year to try to still be loyal, is fucking failing because they're making shitty decisions based on, I don't know, popularity of, I don't fucking know. I know, well, they're trying to go to other countries so they can, but if you're going to a country that's basically strict on fucking everything, you know, that's not right whatsoever.
And didn't we touch on something else here just briefly before we carry on with the Super Showdown? Well, seemingly right now you've got R-Truth and Jinder Mahal kind of battling back and forth over the 24/7 championship. You've got R-Truth seemingly kind of relaxing on a day off or whatever at the golf course. and playing golf, and he's got the championship with him. You got Jinder Mahal coming up from behind, pinning him, only to have Truth pin him from behind to was Jinder Mahal gets the championship, R-Truth gets the championship back, and then apparently, or they flew from San Antonio, Texas, I believe, to somewhere in Germany, then leave from Germany to go to Saudi Arabia, and they touched down in wherever in Germany, and R-Truth got off the plane on the tarmac, stretching his legs, make a phone call. Yeah, I'm in Munich, Germany, let's say, and not almost in Saudi Arabia. We're going to be there in like the next 6 hours. You got friggin' Jinder Mahal pin Truth on the tarmac to become again 24/7 champion, and then when they're on the Jinder's spending time in the frickin' bathroom and on a damn airplane, hiding so he doesn't get beat for the 24/7 championship. They're like 6 hours away from Jeddah. They're 36,000 feet in the air, Red Sea. He comes out of the bathroom, he goes to his seat, throws the blanket over his head, or sheet blanket, whatever, over his head, to sleep, because they've got this fancy light thing. Anyway, he True sneaking up from back seats, whatever. Not first class, but like the coach. There you go, that's where I was looking for, coach. With the referee, looking for Jinder Mahal, finally finds him and pins him. It's like, wow. Okay, the 24/7 championship is okay, and yeah, they're doing a lot of really strange and kind of funny stuff with it, and it seems to be that they're mainly keeping the title on Truth because he can be that comedy guy that'll give everybody a laugh, and oh, there's R-Truth again, running from people to prevent getting beaten for the 24/7 championship, and he's pinning Jinder on the airplane, getting pinned on a golf course, getting pinned on the tarmac at the airport in Germany, and wow. I mean, the championship has been in effect for all of, call it 3 weeks, and R-Truth has already had the title, like 5 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
crazy, but we'll see where it goes.
I think the good thing about this title, though, is it'll give you the wrestlers that are not used often. So
True.
Titus O'Neil had the title for a bit. R-Truth obviously is 2-time. I don't know how the fuck that's possible.
Yeah, R-Truth had it quite a bit. Jinder's had it a few times.
Yeah.
Robert Roode had it once. So yeah.
Yeah.
Also could make mention of, or should make mention of the fact that on the pre-show to Super Showdown, there's a tag team match between the Usos and the Revival.
Okay, yes.
And the Usos picked up the victory in that one.
Okay.
And it's a really good match, I must say.
Mm.
And yeah, that'll bring us now to
Undertaker versus Goldberg. Sorry, Goldberg! Or whatever. Yeah. So, I mean, I missed the beginning, unfortunately. So I regret that because I looked for other showings and there was not right now, but
yeah, I'm sure probably over the weekend or sometime next week they'll have it on.
so I understand my brother's point of, yeah, there's 2 old guys that can't really go anymore, but yet there they are, and it's like, yeah, I know, but I enjoy watching these 2 guys. I wanted to see them wrestle for the longest time. I just don't think that they were to their potential.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the match. The match started off really good. I mean, you had Goldberg spear Taker twice, kind of reminiscent of when Goldberg fought Brock at SummerSlam and have Taker kick out, and they're going back and forth. At one point, Goldberg goes to tackle Taker in the corner or something, and Taker moves, and Goldberg posts himself and busts himself pretty good. And then, oh boy, did it start to go downhill from there. You got Goldberg go for a jackhammer on Taker. I don't know if Goldberg lost his balance or Taker did something wrong or whatever, but the jackhammer basically ended up looking like a modified brainbuster, and the landing was rough as hell.
Pretty much.
And then you got, looks like Goldberg's going to tombstone Taker, and then Taker reverse and tombstone Goldberg. Whether that was going to be the finish of the match or not, I don't know. They botched the fuck out of that. And then have Taker chokeslam Goldberg 1, 2, 3. The match is over.
Yeah, so basically Undertaker's the better man now. I think that this isn't over. This obviously can't be over.
No, it shouldn't be over after that.
There's no fucking way I would have these two guys go out like that.
Yeah,
ever.
no.
I know Undertaker's retired, I know Goldberg's retired, but this can't just be the match that people wanted.
Like, if you're gonna have it be a one and done deal, you'd want a better finish to the match than that. So I'm sure probably Taker and Goldberg are gonna be like, alright. The match started off great, the finish to the match wasn't that good. We want to reprise ourselves, or give us another opportunity at a match against each other. It can be Stomping Ground, it can be SummerSlam, it can be Survivor Series, it can be any time between then, whatever, but they deserve a rematch and a rightful justifying finish.
Yeah, and I think that would be best for business. But I mean, I think it would be awesome because that's no way to hype your program up and then have a shit match.
Yeah.
I mean, then that's unfortunately what it was. The match was the shits.
And there's, there was a little bit, but there's probably going to be more of seemingly backlash because of the finish to the match and, people criticizing the match and, not having two legends, two icons, one a Hall of Famer, one shouldn't be a Hall of Famer, go out like that and all this other stuff. And you can gripe all you want about, they're both too old and they shouldn't be doing this anymore and they should just get out of the sport and, walk away from the business and all this other stuff. Look, here's the deal. Taker's only fucking 4 years older than Goldberg. They both can still go with the best of them. Leave it alone. You can have all the opinion you want of the damn match, but for fuck's sake, don't bring age into it.
Yeah, I know, and I try not to either because you're only as good as your workout or whatever. I was opposed to having Ric Flair come back because of his age, but you're only as good as you are in the ring. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
The bottom line is this: is I think that they are in good shape. I don't know about Undertaker's back. I don't know about Goldberg's health.
Right.
I just think that they deserve one more match.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. And the match that we got this afternoon was bullshit.
Another thing I will say, make mention of, that I noticed in the match. I don't know if that had a lot to do with it or very much to do with what happened, but it seemed to be that my perspective of it is both Taker and Goldberg seem to be getting tired really quickly and really easily. Now, I mean, you are in a 105, 104 degree arena in the desert, essentially. So, yeah, you're gonna get fatigued pretty quickly.
And you're wearing black.
Yeah.
So.
But, you know, I digress. Another thing that I will make mention of is they did make mention of some matches that are going to take place at Stomping Ground, which is 3 weeks from this Sunday, June 23rd. They're going to have Roman against Drew McIntyre. They're going to have a rematch between Kofi and Dolph in a steel cage. After the match, Dolph was getting interviewed and he was asked, do you think your time off was the big factor into why you lost? And Dolph's like, hey, I'm still really good at what I do. Kofi's the WWE champion. He's by far one of the best, and he's, still going on about should have been me, should have been me. And I want a rematch with Kofi in a side of steel cage. So we're going to get that at Stomping Ground. And then you're going to have a match for the Raw Women's Championship. The current champion, Becky Lynch, going one-on-one with Lacey Evans.
Okay.
Again!
Alright, well, I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I think it'll be fine. I know that Lacey's new to the Raw roster. But whatever. The one match I will talk about that I didn't really give a shit about was Triple H and...
Really? Almost forgot about that one. Yes, Triple H and Randy Orton.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I gotta hand it to them both. They were very good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got two guys that are still seemingly at their very, very best. Randy Orton still wrestles on quite a consistent basis. Triple H will only make odd appearances when, he decides, there'll be, I'm sure, some argument about that.
Yeah.
When, he, wants to have a match or, build up a show or whatever. From what I could pick up, the match itself was very good, very back and forth, quite physical. Orton ended up getting the win over Triple H, so that's okay. And yeah.
Yeah, and I liked it too. I think the right person went over, so I really have no complaints there.
Yeah.
It's just, certain things could have been better, but
yeah,
it is what it is. No, I mean, it's only in Saudi Arabia, so like I said before, you have your women's revolution thing going on, and you go into a country where they don't allow fucking women, so... I mean, Renee Young was there, but she was only doing commentary.
Yeah. Yeah. Out of a mass roster of women in WWE, only one was allowed.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, so that was our review for
the Super Showdown.
Yeah, and we will be back next week to do Blood Feast 1993 ECW. It's gonna be fucking amazing.
Aye.
So for me and Matt, this is Killer Kyle. And we'll talk to you later. Deuces.
Peace out.
Bye.